At a House Homeland Security hearing on September 18th, Congressman Knott asked Paul Larkin, a senior legal fellow at the Heritage Foundation, whether he recommends making marijuana legal. Here's what he had to say.
Would it be wise, yes or no, to legalize marijuana in the country, in your opinion?
No, it would not.
Why?
It is a problematic drug when you use it heavily or on a long-term basis. What I was going to say in response to the answer is we have not only the Controlled Substances Act at work here, we also have the Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act. For 80 years, we've trusted the FDA with deciding what is a drug and whether it is safe, effective, and uniformly made. The FDA could not say the cannabis plant is safe, effective, and uniformly made because it's not.
Well, one of the mistruths that proponents say is that there really isn't any problematic effects to marijuana. And it was interesting because when I was prosecuting organized crime, I only had a few cases, but they were really big cases in terms of quantity, in terms of sophistication, dealing with marijuana, but they targeted young people. Please describe the effects that young people suffer when they are exposed to high levels of marijuana on a continued basis.
The juvenile brain is in a labile state, particularly in men. It doesn't come fully formed until early in the 20s. And the problem is the THC content of cannabis today is not what it was back in the days of Woodstock. Back then, it was 3 to 6% THC. Now, in the plants, it can be up to 40%, and in processed forms, it can be 90%.
Has there been a successful state system that controls the supply of marijuana to deliver only safe product to the consumer?
Not to my knowledge. The problem is there is too great an amount of disuniformity in the product that's being sold. A few years ago, Nora Volkow, the director of the National Institute on Drug Abuse, said we don't have in place the mechanisms to make sure that what is being sold lacks the pesticides that we know are coming from China and that are creating problems. And will create even bigger problems 10 to 20 years down the road when we start seeing spikes in areas where there is a greater incidence of cancer because of it.
For more congressional news, stay tuned to Congress Clips, and thanks for watching.